Hello and welcome to Market Pulse for Frankston South. My name's Josh Merchant from Merchant Realty. We're going to dive into this week's summary for the Frankston South market. What's been happening in the property market? It's been a lot of activity, lots of new properties coming on as everyone is back from holidays, and a few good sales have trickled through over the December period, but 3 especially for this week, which is great to see. So we're going to jump straight into it, guys. What's been happening the past 7 days in this market? 8 new properties have come up for sale, ranging between 390,000 all the way up to 1.575 million. So lots of variety. Got a few units, beautiful properties on offer. The great thing is 3 of those properties are owner occupied and the other 5 are actually rentals. So we're starting to see that a lot of investors are offloading due to the tax implications and just the cost to actually own those rentals. But it does leave an opportunity for those buyers who are looking to buy and live in Frankston South. I'm noticing a lot of Bayside, a lot of Camberwell, a lot of trade in the same sort of market. So a lot of Frankston property people are looking to get into the Frankston South location. And the great thing is a lot of downsizing and upsizing in the same market. We've had 2 sellers that have sold over the last month that have actually bought in the same suburbs. So it is a fun fact that 80% of people who sell in a market will buy back into that same area. So guys, 8 new sales means the market's back. Everyone, all the photographers, everyone is back in order now. All the suppliers are back. So it's time to get your property ready. If you are thinking of selling, it is a great time. An Oz Day launch is always a great launch. There's a lot of activity that happens towards the end of that Feb period. Now, you had 3 new sales, of which one of them was 47 Jasper Terrace, beautifully renovated, 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, standard size block, but it was stunning. Go and have a look on that one. They did not disclose the price, but it did sell for a good dollar. 65 Alakoudi Ave, backed onto the Frankston Nature Reserve, and it was a stunning home, 5-bed, 2-bath on over 2,740 square meters, sold for 1.7 million. Then you had 25 Mountain Ave, 3-bed, 2-bath, over 2,700 square meters of land, getting some Western Port views, original condition, looks stunning. It looked like it had a bit of a renovation done to it, but it looks stunning from the outside in, just looking on it on realestate.com. That was the sales for the week. It is a good thing. When you look, those sales did exceed the current median house price in Frankston South. So there were some good sales. That's always helpful. And there's a fair few properties that did go from under offer to sold. So last week we had 15 properties that were under offer. Now we've got 8. So there were 7 properties that did flow into December's sold period. We currently have 4 sold for the year. So we're halfway through the year. We normally have about 20 sales per month in the Frankston South market. That is sort of the average. About 200 to 240 homes sell every year in that market. The cash rate's still at 4.35, with the RBA sitting down for the scheduled meeting between the 17th and the 18th of February. So interesting to see what they do there. 82 properties are for sale. So there's a lot, of which 8 are under offer. So you got 74 available. 31 days is the median time it takes to sell your home. And guys, as you can see to my right, there's a lot of stock, a lot of activity between that 500K up to the 1.25. No real surprise there. A lot of investors are offloading, and that is where people can purchase. So there's a lot of people, back in April 2022 when the cash rate was at 0.1, that same buyer who was borrowing about 1.1, that same buyer today is probably borrowing around 600 to 700,000. So it has shifted the market. It means people spend a lot less. And the cost of living, I don't know about you, you go down to get a bag of chips at $7. I'm 28 years old. I remember 10 years ago, they were like $2.50. So it has completely changed. But we're not going to, there were interest rates at a ridiculous rate back when the baby boomers bought property as well. We're not going to criticize there. But higher end stock is taking a lot longer. That is the market trend. We all know it. Cash is harder to come by. Doesn't mean the higher end stocks doesn't sell, but it has to be turnkey, ready to go. If you're having to place money into renovations or a half renovated project, it's a quite hard thing to do. If you've got to do the wet areas, it becomes an expensive exercise unless you're a builder or a chippy yourself, and you can actually do a tradie and you can do the work. So it's good if you've got a great amount of connections, but there's strong demand between that, pardon me guys, between that 500 up to 125. So lots of stock is going to be coming on in that price bracket as well. As I said, investors are offloading. So we're going to jump in. We had some fabulous, sorry guys, I got a bit of a frog in my throat at the moment. Property trends. Median house price for Frankston South is 1.1 and it's down. It's declined 6% over the last 12 months. The median unit price is 730,000, which has come back 2.7%. So as I said, that stock between 500 and 1.25, lots of buyers are looking in there. Anything north of that, you can still achieve a premium price. It's just positioning it compared to the other properties in the best way possible. The median days on market, I have no doubt, will drag out a little bit. Obviously, the December period and that middle lull, you might see some properties come off the market and try and resell in a busier season like April, but it'll be interesting. There's a lot of properties that are sitting north of 60 days, which means they either need a refresh to re-go on the market, list with another agency, or they do need a price reduction, or it might just be the presentation or not necessarily what people are after. Or it might be a tenancy that's in place that might be holding that sale back, because there's a lot of active buyers looking to buy into Frankston South and move into the market. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, guys, we had some fantastic numbers over the weekend. I have done my back, so I wasn't there. I was as stiff as a penguin and trying to watch the tennis and the cricket, going, how are these guys even doing that? We had 3 opens in Frankston South and had 13 groups on average through those opens. So there's a lot of buyers out and about looking to get into the Frankston South market. Guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. My back is killing me. Who have you got for the Australian Open this year? Do you have the Joker? Do you have Sinner to go back to back? Who do you have? Feel free to drop a comment. And if you have any back issues and you've done your back before, please let me know what to do. I've done all the icing, the heat and all that stuff, but please let me know. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the feedback. And if you have any questions or need anything, drop a comment. Feel free to reach out and give me a call as well. I'll see you guys in 7 days from today. Bye.